Hello, dear investors. Welcome to MegaTrends in Focus. The biggest megatrends in this world somehow all seem to look alike over the long term, if you look at their stock charts. Over the period of a decade, they go from bottom left to top right, but things are not as simple as they look. If you observe the stock performance in the short term, you see that each stock follows its own individual pathway and finds its own individual dynamic wave pattern. We are now seeing from the stocks for Alphabet and Facebook a dynamic wave pattern that we usually equate with buy signals. The same thing is repeated with the other two giants, Amazon and Apple. The megatrend is still intact, but they are experiencing the same impulses. Let's turn our attention back to Alphabet and Facebook. For Alphabet, the stock is surging. I have the chart here from 2004 until today with overlays of the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. The stock is doing well and completely skyrocketing up. The S&P and the NASDAQ are indeed very strong indices, and if you take a look at how Alphabet, one of the biggest megatrends in the world, is performing compared to these two indices, you really get an idea of how much greater the megatrend performance is. Certainly, Alphabet and Google really tell you what's possible. So, last year, the market was interrupted because of the coronavirus pandemic. The stock for Alphabet sure did tank, relatively speaking, but shortly after, it corrected and just grew and grew and grew. This is a wave movement, and now we have a new impulse signal. That means what comes next will be a buying wave that is within this intact megatrend. This is something we are going to use to either gain with more stock, or I will also consider using leveraging products. At this point, it is ideal to stick with the stocks. If you look at the tech space over the last few weeks or months and you look at what tech stocks people were selling since roughly the last 9 cycles, the stock for Alphabet was not included. This is also true for Facebook. Here is a stock chart for Facebook with overlays from the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. As you can see, the stock for Facebook distinctly outperforms these two indices. This is totally clear, and in the future, this will certainly continue. Again, unlike other stocks in the tech space that lost ground over the past weeks and months, the stock for Facebook continues to climb, and it has found a new impulse starting within an active trend. This means that even if you don't already own the stock, you can feel comfortable buying it now because over the next weeks and months, the stock will continue to grow, and the leverage products will also continue to grow. This is what makes investing so much fun. With Amazon and Apple, we are still waiting for this signal. For the past 6 months, their stocks have gone pretty much sideways. But they will soon give us these signals, and when that happens, we will report them to you here on MegaTrends in Focus. Until then, yours, Michael Profi.